Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday and another episode of Ken vs. 10. As always, I'm Ken, and the 10 is my death pile that I'm trying to list. Beat that down. Well, this is really not death pile items. These are items I just got at yard sales recently, mostly over the weekend, and going to see if I can sell any of those before next week. I forget if I listed what I listed last week. I think I was mostly talking about the Nashville trip. I think Jill was on with me last week, and we just talked about how fun the Nashville trip was. And now it's all back to business. And I am going to start out. I'm going to send out a few offers here that I had on some items. I know you can't see what I'm sending offers on, but maybe somebody will grab it up right away, and I'll be able to make a sale on the show because that's always fun. Get that cha-ching. And let's see. Okay, I sent offers on about 8 or 9 things there, and then we'll get going. And Glenn was first here. Swamp Picker, good morning, Glenn, to you. Good to see you, my friend. Mike, Team Resell, is here, formerly Go Snow. He's editing the new video. Thanks for commenting on last week's video. Yeah, go check out Team Resell video. It was Mike's birthday last week, or at least at some point whenever he filmed it. I'm not sure when he filmed it, but I'm going to say his birthday was last week. And a really good episode. Got to see some of the picking, some of the items that he found, but also some really cool stuff that he got for his birthday. And I'm not even going to mention the coolest thing he probably got, which was at the end of the video. So stay till the end. Yeah, the 30th. The 30th was the date of your birthday, or that's how old you are. Your 30th birthday. I'm not even sure how old you are. I just know that I'm a lot older than you. Probably could have sired you. Is that proper? Sired? That's mostly in horses. I watched the Kentucky Derby was on last week, and I picked the right horse, Mystic Dan. Just kind of looked down through the list, saw, a name that stuck out to me. It wasn't a favorite horse, probably about, sixth or seventh favorite horse. And, so shout out to Dan and Demand. I picked Mystic Dan. I thought, oh man, maybe Dan should change his name to Mystic Dan. That would be fun. And there is my mother, my mom and pop, always watching next door. I live next door to my folks, in case you didn't know that. I don't know if you needed to know that or not, but I do live right next door to my folks. And so Breakdance and Judy and my pop are watching. Turn 38 on the 30th. Okay, 38. Well, let me see. Yeah, if I started a little early, I suppose you could be an offspring. Speaking of offspring, my mother's going over to babysit a grandbaby, my great niece, Mallory. She's such a sweet little baby, like three months old, just always happy, got a big smile. And so I know my mother, that's just a burden that she has to go over and spend time with the grandbaby. Yeah, like not at all. She jumps at the chance anytime she gets to go over. So today I'm going to be listing some stuff that I found at yard sales, and then I want to get some opinions from folks here, other resellers. We'll let some other folks get in the chat and get an opinion, something I'm thinking of doing with my eBay store. But we'll jump right into, what I did notice, I don't have anything like overly super exciting to list today, mostly because when I get all those items like Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the yard sales and stuff, I'm getting those listed. And by the time I get to Wednesday, I'm either, back to the death pile or picking up, picking through some of the things that I hadn't listed yet, and a couple of things Jill had given me. Like we'll start here with a plush right here. This is a Douglas Cuddle Toys. Douglas are usually really good plush. They have like realistic. This is a black-footed ferret. So I'm gonna list him right away. About 15 bucks. 15 bucks on this plush. Jill gave this one to me, so I'm not sure where it actually came from, but it was free to me because Jill gave it to me. So I'm gonna list that for 15 bucks, and we're gonna get the show underway with that right there. And we'll set him right over there. Hopefully everybody's having a good week so far, that you got to go out to some sales. Finally, I got to go to sales. Well, there's been some sales, some stragglers, but this was the first week that I actually went to sales with intent. If it came, there's Chris Cajun reseller is here. If it came from Jill, it probably came from Whatnot. Jill is a professional Whatnot buyer. She is, oh, I wouldn't say she's always just a buyer. She's a very good supporter of people in the Whatnot community. Jill and I have been doing some Whatnot shows. We got about 5 or 6 shows under our belt now. It's been going good. It's fun. I enjoy that whole live aspect and the selling of stuff on Whatnot. And it just, I don't know what to say. You know, you sell a lot of items, you move inventory really quick, albeit at a little bit lower price than what you would get if you were listing things. But right now I am sourcing things or pulling things from my eBay listings that are with intent. I'm buying with intent to sell on Whatnot. And we have a show. If you're on Whatnot, we have a show this Friday at 5 p.m. If you want to join us for that, I would appreciate it. Good morning, Kristen. A rural squirrel. Man, I got to meet Kristen. Finally, I got to meet Kristen. Give her a big old hug in Nashville. 2 weeks, man, it just, time flies. It seems like it was just yesterday. Maybe because the memories are still just really fresh, and seeing all people getting their content and their videos out, and just a really, really super good time there. But I was talking about going to yard sales with intent. This was the first week of the season so far because the weather has been pretty bad every time. Oh yeah, sure, great. It's nice on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but then it wants to downpour and be cold and cloudy and rainy and windy on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So last week was the first time I actually went to, say, the garage sale apps, yard sale treasure map, the GSALR, Craigslist, Facebook, and actually mapped out some sales, where I wanted to go, what I wanted to hit first. And I did pretty good. It was great to be out there. It was great to have fun with the folks and just be goofy at the same. I need to make the content. I don't make the content all the time, and I should. And it's mostly mine would be not necessarily what I'm finding, because a lot of you folks find that the same things that I do. You know, we're all looking for, if you're an everything seller, if you're not niche down into a particular category, I'm picking up anything that I think might have profit to it. And I find some really cool stuff. I do have a couple of items to show here that are pretty cool. But for the most part, it's the general this and that's. Yeah, I love watching all the videos too. I didn't take it. Yeah, I didn't film one piece of content the whole time, Kristen. I like to go to those things and just enjoy myself. Of course, you know, being a semi-professional photo bomber, I always like to get into other people's photos or videos whenever I can. The DOG, Delusions of Grandeur, as you see right down there. I think everybody's there to see me and have fun. Bill Z is here. It's garage sales again. Yes, finally. I was just chatting about that I went out with intent. I found some things. I did show that one plush. Here was another one. I used to pick these up. I still do when I see them. They used to have some more value. This is the Puppy Surprise. And these are the ones, if you're not familiar, you open up their little tummy right there. And then they have little babies. And they sell kitties and they sell dogs. And this one had 3 of the Puppy Surprise. Like sometimes they might have just a couple. They might have 3. They might have 5 of them in there. And they used to have a little more value to them. Trying to get him closed back up so I don't lose all the puppies. But I had a couple of oh, I must have left the white one out in the garage. But I used to get, 20 20 plus bucks, 24, 25. A lot of times they were um less than that, but now I'm listing these at $12.99. The value has went down on these, but I'm still going to pick them up because a lot of times you get them for 50 cents or a dollar. And so I wouldn't say bolo, but they sell pretty decent. They have an okay sell-through rate. They used to have a lot better sell-through rate. But as with all things, things change. Yeah, Paul just here for the plush dissection. That's right. We just did a cesarean on the and triplets. It had triplets. This purple fuzzy with the pink bow had triplets there. So you got here right in time. And Jill is here. Hiya, Jill. Hiya, all. Good to see ya. Jill taking a break from her busy schedule and joining us today. Hey, Jill, just a side note. You folks don't need to listen to this. Got a message today. I'm going to go down and see Travis this afternoon. So he contacted me. So just let you know that. And some highs to Jill coming in. Jill just waited for me to come in to stop by. She did. She was probably lurking in the background. As soon as she seen Paul, she was like, "Oh my God, Philly Flipper's here. Paul's here." And so yeah, that's I'll show a couple more things. Then I got a question for the chat for you resellers. A thought that I'm doing here. I went to this one sale. Look at this cool little pumpkin blow mold. It's only about like a 9-inch high, but really cool. Working, got the lights and stuff in it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm not one that saves my holiday stuff until a holiday. If I think that it will sell pretty quickly, I will get them listed right away, because especially Halloween and Christmas sell all year round. And so this guy right here, about 15 bucks. I paid okay, so I'm at this sale and there was no prices on anything. So I asked the people that were running the sale, how much for your little pumpkin blow mold? And at the same time, the guy yells out 50 cents and the lady yells out $1. And so I look over and it's like, oh, I like that guy's price better. And she's like, oh, don't pay attention to him. He knows I don't take change. I don't do change. Everything's either $1 or more. So I ended up paying the $1 because I bought a couple other items from them at the same time that I worked them down on the price. I'm not going to work somebody down on $1. And by work them down, I'd say make offers. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Why, yes, hello, chat and panel, sneaking in to say hello and light up that chat. Office Patrick is here. The show is officially underway now that Office Patrick is here. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, and hit that thumbs up on your way in, usually on your way out for sure. Or, X off the chat for a second. Boom, hit that thumbs up. Come right back to the chat. You don't want to miss anything. You don't want to miss anything. Hey, Paul, have a good day. Breakdancing Judy is saying hello to Judy. So at that same sale that I bought the pumpkin, I bought these couple of things. A Jack Skellington, still new with the tags. Oh, watch this guy. I left the batteries in him because when I listed this, let me see. His head bobs up and down. And he plays some music and stuff. So I'll take the batteries out of that actually. But I always take if I have animated toys, I like to take a video of them and put that in my listing as well on eBay because I think it helps. I think it helps to sell the item. A person can see that it's actually working. They can see if it has what the tune is or what it sings or what sort of animation that there is to it. I paid $3 for him. They were asking $5 a piece because I also got Sally right here. The batteries are not in Sally right here, but she like hops around and waves her arms around in this spoon. So pretty cool. And both of these, they wanted $5 a piece. I ended up giving, which was 10. I gave her $6, $3 a piece for these. In the end, I bought the pumpkin. I bought some other things there that I don't have here to list right now. What the heck am I doing? I'm trying to figure that out. And let's submit those. So let's get those in the works. So about $20 a piece, $19.99 is what I am listing those at. And that was a pretty good sale that I was at. On your way to hit the thumbs down. Yeah, hey, thumbs down, thumbs up. I'm good everywhere. Angie is here, perfectly blessed. Good afternoon, all. And some hellos. So here's my thought. Here's what I am thinking right now. I'm thinking of ending all my listings on eBay. My store has been a little bit stagnant. I got some stuff that has been in there for a while. I got to look at, I have been going through here quite a bit recently and doing an end and sell similar sort of thing, looking at prices, looking at listings. I've been kind of fine tuning a little bit of that stuff. Some of the things, I wouldn't say lack of sales because I'm still selling stuff every day, but the sales could be better. Some of that is lack of consistent listing, which I know there really is no substitute for being consistent in the listing. Danny is here, Pickle Resellers, a fellow Ohio boy right there. Good to see you, Danny. And so I'm thinking of just nuking the whole store, taking everything down and relisting it, sell similar. And in my eBay store, I have categories. I had made my own categories for stuff rather than using the eBay categories, just so that I can, if I run a sale and I want to do a sale on all hats, I want to do a sale on all plush or electronics or something like that. It's easy for me to go in and get those. I have it broken down between like holiday stuff, Christmas, Easter, Halloween, and I can run particular sales and it makes it easier for me. But what I'm asking for, what I'm looking at is maybe some pros and cons in the chat there. If somebody has, is that not a good idea to just end everything and start over, kind of reorganize things? As I relist them, I would take, like, let's say a men's shoes category, and I would list all of those items at the same time. Throw out some thoughts. What do you think? Has anybody else ever done that? Just totally nuke their whole store, started over. I might work on the storefront of my store. I don't know how much buyers actually look at your store. I have some theories and some thoughts on that I don't think it happens that often, unless you're kind of a niche seller that people know that, oh, this person sells a lot of glassware, and I can go search their particular store, see what they're selling, and if they have any like sort of pieces. But as an everything seller, I don't know if that translates that well. Susan is here. Hello, forgot my phone today, and I had a meeting. You are a busy girl. My cousin, that's my cousin, Susan, right there. Um, are you having lunch though? Because you know the chat. I think maybe earlier in the chat, I might be making it up, but maybe early on in the chat, somebody said, "Where's Susan and what's she having for lunch?" They can't, uh, continue their day without knowing. Um, okay, so Danny says that he doesn't believe in doing that from his personal trial and error. So, Danny, you have done something where you have kind of en masse dumped your whole store and started over, and you didn't find that to be have good results. Um, oh, the principal did a cookout for us today for Teacher Appreciation Week. I appreciate teachers and everybody. Say, let Susan know you appreciate her. She's a teacher. She is out there teaching our youth. Um, and they should be paid more. They should be paid more. It is a tough job, especially in this day and age, and they deserve all the credit. They don't get enough. They don't get enough credit. That's what I will say about that. Jill says she will look at a seller store if they offer a discount on buying multiple items. That's another thing I'm going to kind of revamp. That's a good point, Jill. I'm going to revamp. I do offers. I do best offers on everything. I also promote most all of my listings. I started to do a little bit of a strategy here where newer items that I listed for the first week, I wasn't going to promote those to see if that kind of the newness was there. I've been trying some different things, some different types of sales, and some things have worked, and some things just crickets. Even the crickets are hearing crickets on sales. So I just thought, my store, there's a lot of stuff in there that hasn't sold for a while. Now, is that just due to price? Okay, for example, let's talk about these guys. I have some of these listed. They were listed at $20 before, because that's usually what the market would bear. Now that's way too much. I understand why they're not selling or why they're sitting there, because I really need to examine those prices. Part of it was, should I just go in if I take everything down, should I lower the price on everything just across the board just to see what hits? The only thing with that, do you guys price your stuff? I always price everything in mine like at the 99-cent thing, like it's $14.99, it's $19.99, it's $89.99. And if I do just like a straight across the board percentage off, those numbers aren't always going to be in a 99. And my OCD would just drive me nuts. If something came up then at $18.37, my head would fall off. My head would fall off. I don't know what the buyers think. Do the buyers care if the item is $18.37, or do those round numbers help? Okay, so Danny says, I only had 283 items, and when I did it, I sold 11 after 45 days of old stuff. So not the best turnaround on the 300 items, only selling 11 of the older things. And I'm thinking like items that I may have just listed last week or in the last couple weeks, just taking it all down, relisting it with by the categories, so that when the items relist, like automatically eBay does every month, every 30 days, I'm not sure if I want my whole inventory relisting at the same time every day. If I'm going to do this, should I just break it down by category and everything in a category, kind of look through it, maybe lower the prices globally? I currently have just a little over 600 items that are listed. And because I think the quantity of your listings, quantity is important. Yeah, if I had 1,000 item store, a 2,000, 3,000 item store, there's merit to that. But if you don't have, you could list 1,000 items and you could have 700 of them that are just junk and are really not going to sell. You just listed them because you needed to list them. And I'm also working on that too. But I'd rather have 300 high quality items or 600. And I wouldn't even say that 600 of my items are high quality. There's stuff that's been in there for a long time. So I'm just trying to think through this and get opinions from people. If it's a good way, yeah, I can continue to list. And I know that listing helps the consistency in your store. And eBay likes an active store. And if you're putting up new items, there's new stuff for people to see. And those old ones get stagnant. Maybe they're priced too high. Maybe I need to look at that. Maybe they're just not good items, because let's face it, we don't all pick super stellar items all the time. You pick it and then you get home and you go, oh, why did I buy this thing? Or you missed a flaw, or you missed something that you couldn't test, an electronic, and hey, does this work? And the seller's like, oh yeah, that works. We just plugged it in. You get it home and it's broken, or you know, VCR, DVD, it eats the tapes, or who knows, or something's missing. I'll never understand how I can get home and not notice that a battery cover was missing. Um, This teacher's daughter says, thank you, Susan. Jill's father was a teacher for many, many years, retired as a teacher. And Danny says, and I dropped the prices that were outdated when relisted. Yeah, it's I'm just not sure. I want to dump just everything and start over, just because something in me thinks that might be a good idea, and it would take me a little bit to go through. So the question is, do I just do it by category, or do I just dump everything, relist it in order? So as I'm going through, yeah, say, men's shoes are all going to be in there at the same time, or do I do it kind of incrementally so that everything doesn't relist at the same time? Should I just go in and look at the items, lower prices? Okay, here's a question for somebody who knows about the algorithm or how eBay works. If I just go into an item and I change the price, let's say it's a $20 item, and I change the price to $15 without doing an end and resell, or an end and sell similar, does just changing the price, or maybe a little bit in the title or description or something, does that get a little bit of a bump in eBay? Maybe it's been around for, it's been listed for 6 months, and all I did was go in and change the price. Does it get a little bit of a bump from there? Good to see you back, Glenn. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just wanting to do a little bit of a shakeup in what I'm doing. Of course, finding new items at the yard sales now and getting those listed. And I talked about that earlier. I went to yard sales last week. Well, all of the like really good stuff, I've already listed those, some of it. And Danny says, no, it doesn't help. My mom says her thoughts are by category, but what do I know? Well, you raised me, so you know either a whole lot or very little. I guess that's open to that's open to opinion. Um, I was talking about, so this is an item that I found. We'll list these. Some Sperry. I always pick up Sperry's. They seem to sell pretty good. Leather, leather top, flip flop, thong, sandals. Very good condition on the bottom. This was at a sale. Okay, so I'm at this sale last, I think it was Friday. And I talked about this on the new episode of the Reseller Clickbait podcast, if you want to go check that out. But the lady had just sat out all these shoes on the table, and then it started to rain, and I was just helping. Bring stuff into the garage real quick so they wouldn't get wet. And so I'm holding this armload of shoes, and I ask her, well, how much are your shoes? She's like, I don't know, like 50 cents a pair. I'm like, what? I'm holding Sperry's, a couple of pairs of Sperry. Timberland boots. Timberland boots. I don't have them right. Oh wait, I might have them over here. These I'm not listing right now, but look at these things. These are virtually brand new Timberland Pro boots. I still got to comp these yet, but they might be $50, $60 boots for 50 cents. Um, these right here, really nice shaped Sperry sandals. I'm gonna list those at 19 bucks, 18.99. I'm gonna list those right there. But 50 cents a pair for the shoes. And then everything at this sale that I would like, she didn't have a lot of stuff priced, and she truly wanted to just get rid of stuff. And it was, I'd hold something up and she'd go, I don't know, $1. 50 cents. 50 cents, $1. And stuff that she did have marked was cheap in itself. Okay, you asked that question just this morning. You were talking with eBay about whether things get a bump if you just change the price. So sounds like even if I'm just going to not do it globally, that the ending and reselling or relisting and whatever, sell similar. Now I'm just rambling on. Raz is here. I've been scared to even start on eBay after the excessive fees. I'm thinking Whatnot at the moment. Yeah, the fees on Whatnot are a lot less. You do get a lot less for your items, especially if you're just starting out. But yeah, the fees are the fees. And you got to, with eBay or any platform that you're selling on, you just kind of got to know and understand that. You got, the most important thing is buying right. If you're not buying the stuff right, that's where you make the money, is in the buy. And so, you got to keep that in mind, and you got to pay to play in their playground. eBay, you hear about all of these when the new platforms come out with like the district, and when Whatnot came, oh, this is the eBay killer, this is the eBay killer, which a lot of that was just the hype of the people that were getting in, and they want you to come over and see stuff. But eBay eBay is a juggernaut. They have the market on this type of selling, at least that I do, and you got to pay those fees, and you can decide, some on promotions and how you do things. I promote most everything. Some people promote nothing, but I just think that I've tried to not promote things, and it doesn't go well for me. I think that eBay, like I say, you gotta pay to play in their playground, and whatever those fees are, they put my items in front of millions and millions of people, and I'm paying for that. I'm paying for that advertisement. If I had a brick and mortar store, I'd have to take out ads. I'd have to make a commercial. I'd have to do some sort of social media project to get my items or people to come to my store. That's how I feel that promoted listings are, and that's all I'm going to go into about that. Yeah, great deal on the shoes. All the shoes were 50 cents. Those Timberlands. This is another pair that I am listing today. This is a brand called Worldwide Sportsman. But look at these things. They are literally have only been worn a couple times. There's no wear to the tread or whatever. A leather kind of a boat shoe. Where are those? Right here. And those are going to list I'm going to list those for 40 bucks, 39.99, based on comps that I've seen, and they are a good size 8.5, a men's size 8.5 on those. Let's list it right there. And yeah, Danny, just got your message. Yeah, let's chat. Let's chat for sure. But right there, got those listed. 50 cents. 50, one half of $1. you can't leave these on a table. A leather boat shoe loafer and a decent brand. Timberlands. Oh, these aren't listing. I'm not listing these today yet, but look at these Sperry's. Super clean, super clean Sperry's right there. A really cool blue color. I gotta clean them up just a tiny bit. That's why I'm not listening. 50 cents. 50 cents. Uh, Trying to thin out a massive opera media collection. Well, if you wanna, get just clean it out, Whatnot is a great place to do that for sure. Uh Jill, does Jill like opera? If you don't know me by now. I didn't know. Does Jill like so we've been together almost as long as Mike Team Resell has been alive. And I didn't know she likes opera. Maybe she's just being supportive of Raz. Maybe she really hates opera and she's just encouraging him. That could be. No, yeah, that would be cool, Raz, to get those off. Jill gave me this item, a harmatone. This is like from the 30s. Uh, it is a harmonica, a plastic. There, now somebody has my DNA that might buy this. This plastic harmonica in the box, still in the think of the historical aspect of it, Ken. How cool that would be. Yes, for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely agree. So this harmonica still in the box. You always want things, especially something that's this old, still in the box, to be worth um a lot more than what it goes for. It is about 15 bucks. I'm going to list this right now about 15 bucks. They're on the Harmatone harmonica in the original plastic or in the original cardboard box, a plastic harmonica. If I could play the harmonica, I would play. I've never been to prison, so I don't know how to play the harmonica. I think that's where you learn. Isn't that where most people learn? Or did they already know how to play? Because every time you see somebody, some sort of a prison movie or especially the older ones, somebody's always playing the harmonica. What do I know? Man, I am blowing through these these listings like crazy on Ken versus 10 today. And then, I'll get back to it to listing some of these other things today that I found at the yard sales. Did anybody else find anything cool at the yard sales over the weekend in your area? Are the yard sales up and going? I know some of the warm weather states they have sales all year long. But for those of us who live in seasonal climates, um, uh, I was in a prison movie. Yes, I was. Oh, wait, what happened there? I clicked on something wrong in the chat. Oh, what did I do? Um, I was in a prison movie. They filmed a movie. It was called Cherry, and it was with, oh shoot, who's the actor, the guy that plays Spider-Man now, the guy that plays Spider-Man in the Marvel movies. He was the star, and the Russo brothers, who had done some of the Avengers and the Marvel movies right towards the end that were directors, they were directing it. It was their first movie after um, the Marvel movies ended, and they were filming some prison scenes at a local prison here, and they did kind of like a casting call for extras. And I went over and got to be in a few scenes. It was a really cool experience all day there at the filming, just to kind of see what goes on behind the scenes. I was just an extra in the background. Prisoner was pretty cool. And Mike says they didn't have harmonicas in prison, uh, but a lot of rap though. So, man, there you go. I'm gonna get a rap. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna get together a rap harmonica band. Then I'm going to get myself sent to prison somehow, and maybe I'll be popular. Maybe I won't. You know, I'll get the old guys that are the harmonica guys, the new guys that are the rap guys. Most likely I will get killed the first day in prison. If you don't know me. And Danny's not in the harmonicas in just regular jail. Mike, they killed it in sales this weekend. That's what I love to hear. That's what I love to hear. Got two redheads phone numbers. I didn't always, that was your weekend. Got a good weekend. I found a Y2K Big Tick fossil watch for $1, sells for $2.25. Sweet. Don't you love, I haven't found the big item so far this year, but don't you love filing that stuff? Yes, Tom Holland. Tom Holland plays Spider-Man. Kim T is here. Yeah, I'll be yes, Tom Holland. I'll be someone's cell buddy. I'm not looking for, okay, I'm gonna change it. Okay, let's nix the whole harmonica rap thing. I think I'll stay above the law and just stay above board. Try to keep from going to prison. I was an extra in the first 2 Hangover movies, both times hitting jackpots on the wrong machines. That's cool. It was fun to see that. Headshot means something totally different in prison. Oh, that took a turn. That took a turn. Hey, if you want to see a cool headshot, look at that from Nashville. Oh, look at this one. If you hadn't seen those, I think I showed those last week. The headshots. Yes, it does. Have a great afternoon, everyone. I'm off to my next class. Have a good day too, Susan. And hope you enjoyed that cookout lunch. And we appreciate you. We appreciate you, not just because you're family, but for your profession as a teacher. Wasn't an earshot of the mic. Hiya, Jill and Judy. Back to work. Okay, Glenn, have a good afternoon. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. For sure. So if you're just jumping in here and you're lurking in the background, maybe getting some work done, I've decided to either end my eBay store totally and redo everything and just end all the listings and put it back up. I've also decided against forming a harmonica rap band and getting myself sent to prison. I've listed some pretty cool stuff so far. Nothing stellar. Like I said, everything that I found at the sales over the weekend, I've listed already. Except for this. Let me do something here. Put that. How cool is this? An old push button GTE Model 980 phone, still in really good, clean condition. A guy was selling this. He was selling a bunch of Cleveland Browns memorabilia and just kind of clearing out his collection of stuff. And this is not Cleveland Browns. It's not NFL. It's not branded. It's just an old, desk phone. Hello, hello, hello. I did take it next door and try it out because my parents, they still have a landline. Believe it or not, someone in 2024 still has a landline, but it works out for me because I'm able to go plug in an old phone, see if it works. And so that's not Cleveland Browns, but I did list it not as Cleveland Browns, but I put it in the description that it would be a cool, Cleveland Browns in a man cave, in a Cleveland Browns man cave. $35, $34.99. I paid $2. A guy had 3 on it. We were chit-chatting. I did buy a couple of other things. And I offered him 2 on his $3 item there. And it's going to list for $34.99. The only thing that it has is that, like, the clip on the end of this one, that kind of holds it into the base. It stays in there pretty secure, but I did note that was broken off just so somebody didn't get it and the cord pulls out. They're oh wait, I can't even stretch it that far. with my hand. But pretty cool pickup. I was excited to see that. And so I have that listed. Oh, zip it, Ken. See, I'm getting in trouble. I'm getting in trouble. My mother still gets the newspaper too. I'm just going to call her out. My mother still gets the daily newspaper delivered, and they have a landline phone. So there you go. In the chat, give my mom grief, or give my mom grief for getting on me, or give me grief for getting on my mother, my dear sweet mother. Next door. What size were those loafers? Anything under 14 might be difficult now. Well, they're definitely, I think they were 8.5. They were size 8.5 on those loafers. Why is anything under 14 difficult? I don't get that. Looks like a phone Roman would have in his house. I know. If Roman were here, Roman usually hits the bins now during the days, but I'll have to show that to him. That would look great in Roman's house. I'm a big Cleveland Browns fan too. I'm not a collector of like memorabilia and stuff like that. Jill said, nope, her dad would still be getting the newspaper and turning the VHS to channel 3 or the TV to channel 3 before he shut it off so that stuff would record. Let's see. The last item that I'm listing on the show, everything's down here. I keep having to go off screen to get it. This was at that same sale where everything was like really cheap. I bought a ton. Well, I actually ended up hauling out two big box loads full. She just eventually she gave me a box and I filled it all up. And then she had to give me another box. And I just kept buying stuff because it was so cheap. And do you ever do that? You go to a yard sale and you kind of do that first scan around and you get all the stuff that catches your eye. And then you kind of, after you piled that up or you maybe even pay for it, you walk around again. And it's almost like you see entirely new stuff. It's like, how did I miss this the first time through? I think my brain gets too focused on the items that I go for, that I pick. Normally I'm looking at vintage toys, I'm looking at electronics, I'm looking, hats and maybe some plush. And then you go back around and you see all this like really cool stuff. But a magic bullet thingy here, a thingy. It's a thingy. It's a magic bullet thingy. I think that's the official name of it. But this was on the table. I ended up paying like $5 for it. She had here's a pet peeve of mine. The garage sale stickers, that you buy like you're gonna Walmart or wherever you go. If you're gonna have a yard sale and they have 50 cent, a quarter, $1 and stuff. What's up with the $7.50 sticker? I think it's a give up price. I think if you were normally pricing your stuff at a yard sale, you might go, oh, that's $5 or that's $10 or whatever. It's like, if you were writing tags, would you really write $7.50 on something? It goes back to that one lady that don't like to make change at the sales. You're going to do some sort of an even amount. I see. Feet are 13, just not liking those toenailings. So anyway, the magic bullet, it had the 750 sticker on it. And those stickers, not only that, but those stickers are what did the company that make those think you were going to stick those to? Like I believe that some of those stickers would survive a space shuttle re-entry at some point, because you get them on there and you just can't, especially, whatever surface, if it's on like a cardboard box or something, you can't get them off. There was no sticker on this one, but on a surface like this, it would come off. But anyway, magic bullet right there. 2 containers with the blades, the bigger one and the smaller one was there. There were 4 of the cups with the rings on the top. You can put this cup, take that ring off, put that on the magic bullet, mix up your yummy smoothies or, your little fruit drink, or, maybe you could even, add a little bit of alcohol or adult beverage in there. Maybe crush up some nuts you're gonna put on your top of your ice cream, or some tomatoes, like some salsa. Who knows? Just the possibilities are endless. But the 4 different cups, these ones are all unused. This one just didn't have the plastic in it. And it had the lids for the cups. Put those down there. I'm thinking of keeping this thing actually. It had like the shaker lid, cups. Here's, maybe you're gonna do up some Parmesan cheese in there or something like that. Maybe some sort of spices. I don't know. You could probably grind up some pepper in there. I don't know. Whatever. But it had all the lids. Pretty much everything was brand new. The unit itself was perfect. And then I wanted it to sell for a lot more than what it does. I am listing this at $25, $24.99. That might be a little bit low, but I also want to move stuff along. And where are we at? $24.99. List it. And let me see. I'm done with that. There was, put that back in the box over there, get it off the table. So some pretty good finds. These are not listed. Here's another really cool pair of shoes that I picked up. These are also that Worldwide Sportsman brand. Some water shoes, sandal sort of things. Super good condition. Super good. Oh, there's one of the little rubber doodads right there. I'm gonna just glue that down. But man, they're almost brand new. 50 cents. It's a great sale. It was a great sale to hit on kind of like my first weekend out. Oh, maybe that was Saturday that I went, because Friday I went to sales, and I did pretty decent. No, that was Friday. That was Friday, because Saturday I had hit a couple of sales that were just kind of like by happenstance, because I had to take a bunch of packages. Jill and I had done a Whatnot show last Friday, and I wanted to get all the packages out. So we had got them all done. Usually right after the show, we get everything packaged up, and it's great to have the extra set of hands in doing that. And we have a show this Friday as well. If you're follow me, SSKPromo on Whatnot, bookmark that show. And we got some fun shows come up. We got a lot of really good ideas. We've been having fun so far with Whatnot, and that's what I know. That's Whatnot. Let me show you something else that I found though. This I don't have listed yet. This might have been the best find of the weekend at that sale. Oh, let me zip it back up so you can see what it is that I am showing. This is a Puma BMW, kind of like a puffer vest. Well, it's not kind of like a puffer vest. It is a puffer vest. BMW Motorsports on the back. Crispy white. I did notice when I was doing the filming and had a little bit under the bright lights, just a little bit of discoloration right here. I think I'm going to wash it just to see if I can get that out. But I have seen items like this listed and sold in the $80 to $100 range, and 50 cents at the sale. On the sale, at the sale, all of their clothes, if it was like t-shirts or short sleeve, something short sleeve, it was 50 cents. If it was a long sleeve shirt or a coat or a jacket or something like that, it was $1. And I got a Nike Oregon Ducks jacket for $1. Some North Face zip up hoodies for $1 a piece. I got some Under Armour, kind of like a sweat jacket stuff for $1. I got some graphic tees at 50 cents. That one, since it didn't have sleeves on it, it was 50 cents. even though it was kind of a coat or whatever. Archie is here. Good morning, Ken and Jill and everyone. Good to see you, Archie. I never understand vest jackets. Just keeps your chest and belly warm. I know. I don't get the whole vest. I guess vests are just more fashionable. I'd never wear a vest. That one's a size medium, or I would have wore it around. So I'm hoping that that little bit of, I don't even say that it's staining. It's more of a discoloration. I hope that comes out, and I'm gonna get that thing listed, do a little bit more on the comps. But I'm gonna list it at least 70 plus. We'll see where that goes. All the BMW fans out there. Or BMW Motorsports Racing. But yeah, just all kinds of good stuff. It's great to be back out to sales. Now you take a guy like Archie, out there in Vegas, there's sales all the time out there. There's never well, I guess in Archie, you're kind of summer where we're hitting a lot of sales in the summertime because the weather is better. Your sales, do they slow down some because it gets so hot? Is there a slowdown time for yard sales out west in the much warmer climates, the desert climates? I don't know. And so yeah, I appreciate, some of the feedback there. Danny, I talked earlier about how I'm thinking of just nuking my whole eBay store, ending all the listings, putting them back up, rethinking my promotional scheme. I do changes in my promotions from time to time. Get back into really running sales. Just kind of doing some of the things because I've experimented, and some of the ideas were just horrible, and you get no sales, or they drop off, or whatever. Consistent listing is, I'm getting back to that, but I just kind of want to refresh everything. Okay, so yeah, kind of I suspected there. Garage sales are best in March through May, and then picks up in September. Oh yeah, give it to my Aunt Sandy. My Aunt Sandy, they call her the Lady of Stain because she can get out any stain. It doesn't matter what it is. Somehow she has magic. I think it's just magic that Aunt Sandy uses for that. Vests are fashion, Archie, or sometimes sweater sleeves are too much. Coat sleeves. But garage sale is still active June through August, but you have to go early, like 6 to 10 a.m. Okay. Man, it's like the Amish. Amish run their sales. Jill and I last year, we didn't get to go this year because we were in Nashville, but there's an Amish community or a town where there's a lot of Amish. And man, some of their sales were starting at like 5 in the morning, 5 and 6 in the morning. It's like, what are you people doing up? I don't have a cow to milk, or I don't have, I don't live on a farm. So I guess there's chores that one wants to do early in the day before it gets too hot. But a yard sale at 5 o'clock in the morning? What's up? Oh, phew. See, that's funny, Mike. Um, she give it an oxy bath. Yeah, that's a good, oh, this just needs a quick oxy bath. Okay, perfect. I was watching the time there, Mike, and I wasn't going to end. I was just getting ready to mention, man, I wonder how Mike's doing on his video edit. So go check out his channel, see his newest video. Ken, you won't believe it, but I picked up 2 Harmonix Fender guitars for PS4 out of a guy's trash. I love it. $200 each for those. I do believe it. I do believe it because people throw away the craziest things. Some people, not everybody's a reseller, although it seems that way when you go out to yard sales or thrift stores. It seems like everybody in the place is there with their phone, comping something and taking pictures and but yeah, you can find really cool stuff on trash. I'm all the time looking when I drive down my street, like our trash day is Mondays, and you know, when I go out and about, people are putting their trash out on Monday. You know, I always, you know, stretching my neck there in the neighborhood as I go around to where I take my mail and stuff. All of those neighborhoods are the same trash day. Always looking to see what there is. And if, you know, there's a lot of times you can find furniture, you can find chairs, you can find all kinds of stuff. And sometimes I'll stop, sometimes I won't, but yeah, great pickup, great pickup. So I think that's going to do it. I listed my 10 items. The Freebies app is amazing. I take 15 minutes a day to look at it, and I've made good money off of it. I will have to look in. I've never done the Freebies app. Usually, like we have some local pages like that are through like Facebook Marketplace, or local groups that have free stuff. And normally when that stuff is listed, I mean, it is gone, or somebody has either claimed it, or even if it's close, you know, it just, the post just came up and you drive around the corner and it's gone, or somebody's already loading it up in front of you. You just want to ram into their car and take it from them. Hey, that might be a way to go to prison. Start my harmonica rap band. That's probably going to take up the rest of my brain space the rest of the day. Harmonica rap band. I don't know. Compiles from all sites. Okay. I did not know that. Anyway, got my 10 listed. I appreciate everybody showing up today and hanging out with me for a while here on Ken versus 10. Hit that thumbs up on your way out. I would appreciate that. If you're just watching in the background, if you're not subbed, hit that. Or if you watch this in a replay, I would appreciate a sub and a follow and a comment and all of that good stuff that everybody asks for. But it is much appreciated. But just having everybody here while I'm doing it live and interacting is great. And everybody have a great week. What are you rolling your eyes about, Jill? You rolling your eyes about my sincerity? About my sincerity of liking people, or my harmonica rap band are going to prison? Yeah, Mike, looking forward to your new video this week. Glad you got it all edited. Archie, have a great day. Everyone in the chat, have a great day. And we will see you next week on Ken versus 10, or Friday night on Whatnot. And you'll get to see Jill too. 3 churches are running rummage sales with 25 cents per CD box set. Now have a complete works of J.S. Bach for under 75. Nice. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I love getting the deals. Love getting the deals. Hey, there you go. We'll end on that. Everybody go out this week. Get them a deal. Get them a real good deal. We'll talk about it next week on Ken versus 10.